Hi everyone, this is Moonpie doing your weekly Love Collective reading. This is a reading for all signs. This will be for the week of May 4th through the 10th. Sorry, I couldn't get that together. May 4th through the 10th. Okay, this is for every sign. It's collective, so sit with the reading for just a moment, if you don't mind, and see if you resonate with this reading. So please remember to hit the like, subscribe, share, and comments. That would be a really big help to me to get the videos out for all who may need to hear it if you like. All right, let's get started with your reading. I'm going to take a look and see what the energies are for the person that you are having your heart, having your mind, you're connecting with spiritually. And then we'll take a look at the person that you, we'll take a look at you. We'll see what your energy is. I don't know what it is. I can't really get my thoughts out of my mouth today. So maybe that's a sign of something. Let's take a look here and see. Okay, the person you're connecting with. They have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, so your person, I feel like we had this card before for them. Your person is definitely trying to, they're connecting with their parents at this time and healing, especially everything going on in the world. There might be somebody who's sick or ill, taking care of family, their parents, a parent. This does have an effect on their love life because there may be a priority with family members, not necessarily parents. But there is also this energy of how your person's parents' marriage was, and how it possibly has had an effect on your connection. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, they have the moon card. So we have Pisces, we have Cancer energy. So this person is definitely in a place of healing, trying to uncover some maybe dark secrets, some lies, deception connected to a family situation as well. All right, let's take a look here and see. Yes, judgment. Wow, this is definitely a healing energy happening here with your person this week. Spending time talking to parents, analyzing, looking over the psychological effects of the relationship or the marriage that they saw growing up. Judgment is revelation. Judgment is reconciling things in their mind and in their heart. Them asking themselves, I feel like there's a slight awareness to how they have been with you in a relationship and beginning to open up and see that perhaps they were acting out in the way that they saw the dynamic of their parents' marriage, treating you maybe the way the father treated the mother treated the father, that kind of energy. They're playing, or at least they have been playing the role of one of their parents. Okay, so you may have been dealing with someone who had a parent that was always cheating, and your person, as much as they despised that about that parent, for some reason it overtook them and they acted out in that same way. Okay, so we do have Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio energy here. Okay, so either that's your person or they have a parent who's one of those signs. All right, Nine of Swords. Boy, your person really going through something this week. That's anxiety. That's stress. I feel like if you guys are in separation or if there was a break of some sort, they're getting some kind of a wake-up call in regard to, I'm hearing them saying, well, maybe things didn't work out with us because maybe it was my fault. Maybe it was because of the way I behaved. You know, they're having trouble sleeping at night, possibly bad dreams, nightmares, tension and anxiety at night, like sleeping on a bed of nails, feeling that way. Your person may, I'm feeling like a distinguishing thing about your person is where they sleep or the room that they're in, there's a lot of books. They possibly read a lot, or it might be at a parent's house where there's a lot of books, or like a little library, or they are in a library, or they're somewhere in a bookstore searching for books on, you know, how to heal something or something within themselves. It could also be, I'm seeing like seeking some coaching or life coaching or therapy or something along those lines. I just am feeling like they're going through this struggle. They're trying to heal their family issues because they need to forgive their parents and not take on and own the actions of their parents and kind of come into the core of who they are. Okay. And judgment does represent coming out of the closet or revealing. You know, your person might be taking a look at possible their sexual orientation as well. Okay. They may have been hiding their sexual orientation from their parents or family members. This may have caused a lot of stress within their soul. It may not even be anything that you know, or perhaps you suspected it, or you kind of like had it hit you, but then you're like, nah, that's not the situation. But for a lot of you, I feel like that is the situation, that you have been involved or connected to someone who has been hiding their sexuality or their sexual preferences or how they view themselves. And that judgment card does make me feel like this person is in some ways coming out. Okay, definitely coming out. So, okay, now we have the King of Pentacles. So this is obviously Taurus, Virgo, excuse me, Capricorn energy. So I feel like this person is getting stability or trying to gain stable ground in their life. Okay, and you know, the King of Pentacles is someone who he sits on a firm foundation, and wherever he goes, it's always from a place of solidarity. The King of Pentacles is very focused on what's real, things that he can touch. He's all about the senses. He's all about business. He's quite focused on his career and his tangible items that are important to him. I would say more or less like material things. And but he's also someone who is very stable, but there is something going on within him, his psyche, that he is trying to sort out, that he hides. Because the King of Pentacles, look at how he has that coin in front of him, his pentacle. It's almost as if it's blocking. And look, he's thinking, he's sorting things out. So if you guys are not in communication or something along those lines, I feel like it's not just not talking. It's more along the lines of, wow, what's happening to me? What's going on in my life? I really need to rethink things, or I need to come out. I need to admit things I've been hiding. I've been living in a fantasy land. I haven't been truthful and honest with people in my life, or my spouse, or my partner, my family. And I feel like it's very freeing, but at the same time, very stressful. So here's the Hermit. I was thinking of the Hermit when I was describing the King of Pentacles, in a thinking state, kind of like withholding, withdrawn. So as I was saying, being in isolation, and especially with all of the isolation that's going on right now, still, this person is using this time. Things are coming up for this person. Now, of course, they don't have to be an earth sign. They could have earth in their chart somewhere. This is a Virgo card, so they could be thinking about you if you are a Virgo. So yeah, your person's definitely going through some major changes in their life, major struggles, internal though. And I don't feel like they're revealing this to you or really anyone. They're coming to terms with things within themselves. And please know it's not just a message about their sexuality. It's a message about the things that they've done in their life that was possibly connected to family, or that they were hiding from family, living an alternate lifestyle, living in a lifestyle that was not conducive to perhaps what their family had expected of them. Okay, because the moon can be about illusion. So let's take a look at the moon. Okay, Page of Wands. So I feel like your person was probably hiding that there's an immaturity level, a very immature kind of an energy with this. This person communicates on no matter how old they communicate on the level of like a teenager. They have that enthusiasm, okay, and they do get excited by the hidden realms in life, fantasy, things like that. It does excite them, but I feel like it doesn't serve them. Okay, so whatever these dark forces are that tempts them or brings them joy and excitement, it's not serving them. And I feel like they're going through some kind of a change. Now let's take a look at Judgment. Okay, the Empress. All right, this definitely has something to do with this person's mother. The Empress is Taurus, and it's also Libran energy. There's something they're going to come out with and admit or talk to their mother about the secret that they've been keeping or they've been hiding, or these illusions or fantasies. And it could also be they had a child and they didn't tell anyone about it. But because that parents card is here, this feels like a very strong attachment to a mother. And I once made a video for Virgo last summer, I think it was, about the Oedipus complex. And so this might be, that might be a video you should watch, even though it's old. It's from last summer. It does talk about the mother-son relationship and the depths of that. And I'll put a link at the bottom in the comment section if you want to check that out, because that was pretty deep. So some of you might be dealing with this, but I do feel like this person is needing to forgive a mother for something and open up and come clean to their mother. Now let's clarify the Hermit. Okay, the King of Wands. So fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. This person may have a parent who is a fire sign as well. Either way, I feel like this person is coming to terms. Perhaps they've been hiding. If it's a male and it's a homosexual or whatever, male or female, this person may be hiding a relationship with the King of Wands. Doesn't necessarily have to be. It could also be this person like going within and analyzing, have they been in a leadership position in their life when it comes to relationships, or have they been more passive or passive aggressive? Because the King of Wands is pretty much a leader, you know, that he's got that alpha energy. And I feel like your person is kind of taking a look at who they are as a male. Okay, and coming to terms with, again, for some, their sexuality as a male, and also coming to terms with just in general how they've behaved. Were they above board? Were they leading in this relationship with you? Were they being the best that they could be? Now, I know some of you are males and you're listening and you want to hear for females, and I would just ask you to reverse it. But either way, I just feel like this person goes from the Page of Wands to the King of Wands. So I feel like this person is kind of like leveling up and taking a look at their past actions and behaviors, speaking to a mother, gaining clarity about a situation, because even with the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, this does represent also, it could be a relationship between two men, but also represents leveling up in several different ways. Now, the two cards that are not here is the King of Swords and the King of Cups. So that means to me that this person has difficulty in communicating their emotions, okay? Because they're absent. Those cards are absent. And I think that perhaps later that might show up for this person, but right now it feels to me like trying to gain stability and a solid footing, and also come into being more of a leader type in their life, okay? And I know this sounds very psychological and deep, but sometimes the readings just come out like that. So let's take a look and see your energy, okay? What is your energy here? Okay, you have released your ex. So it seems to me like, at least for the week ahead, you need to let go of this person. Because there may be a lot of things that you don't know that have been hidden with the moon in regard to this person. And it feels like you need to just let them go for now and let them go through their journey or the things that they need to face and deal with. Let them come to... See how I'm kind of like hesitant when I'm speaking, because I feel like I'm telling a secret to you that perhaps they weren't ready to admit. And I feel like if you are resonating with this and you kind of are like, yeah, I kind of had a feeling, I don't feel... the hesitation comes where I don't feel you should approach this person and address this issue with them this week. If it's resonating, if a light bulb's going off for you, I feel like you need to clear the energy, release this person, let them go through their journey and their awakening and the things that they need to go through. Now, you also have the Six of Wands. So this, I feel like releasing this person and praying for them and letting them sort out what they need to sort out brings you a sense of victory. Okay. The Six of Wands is a card of like championing. And I feel like you are a good supporter of this person. And if they came to you, I feel like at some point you would just say, maybe I wish you would have told me. Excuse me, I wish you would have told me, or, I would have supported you and I still would. But it seems to me like with the Six of Wands, you've been very supportive of this person, even without the information, the deep, deep secrets or information you didn't have. And I feel like that person appreciates that about you. But you can't fix this issue with them. All you can do is just basically let them go, pray for them, and say, what you're going through, I'm not judging you for it. I do support you. But at the same time, you can't fix it, So the Six of Wands makes me feel like, it's interesting. I just never saw this on this card. Look at that thing. That almost it almost looks demonic in some way. And it kind of makes me feel like there was toxicity in this connection that this person was throwing out there. And people maybe were, and I'm not saying the sexual orientation is toxic. I'm saying the secrets and the not knowing made the toxicity apparent. And I feel like your person was always kind of, throwing it out there that it's kind of weird. How can I say this? Like, it's the weird and the strange. And I feel like your person kind of reveled in the fact that maybe there was something a little strange about them, or they felt, but they used it to their advantage. I don't know. That's a very strange message. I don't know how to explain that. And maybe it'll come to me a little later, but I'm just going to leave that for now. Let's go on to your next card here. Okay, you have the Star. Yeah, some of you... I feel like this is kind of how you're viewing your person. You may have been because the Six of Wands and the Star can represent a celebrity mindset. But for others, I feel like you're hopeful that they will get some kind of healing. I mean, you have a lot of faith in regard to this situation and in regard to your person. Okay, that's Aquarian energy. And with that energy, this is like being optimistic and being hopeful. And I feel like at the end of the day, under all the anger and the pain and the toxic behavior and the lies and the things that your person threw out to you, I feel like you want the very best for them, and I know you do because you're empathic. Most of you are who listen. I feel like your soul, it just wants the best for everyone. But releasing this person brings you into a better place this week, and I feel like it's just telling me, let them go. Let them go on this journey and this path, because they wouldn't listen to you if you brought it up to them, issues with their parents, or, you have some kind of wisdom. Wouldn't surprise me if the high priestess showed up here. You have some kind of wisdom within you. Like, you already know stuff that's going on. And I feel like your person was just quite immature and really wasn't, just not addressing things. And they are. But you got to let them do that, right? Because if they are to return to you, you want them to be in a healing place. That's what the star is all about, having that healing. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. So some of you might be a water sign, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But this is an energy of like being at peace emotionally, being very intuitive, trusting your gut. Trusting your intuition, and also releasing your emotions, not being too held up by them, okay? And some of you might be dealing with a water sign, as I said. Well, actually, I feel like if you are dealing with a water sign, they may have been very passive in their behaviors or in this connection, which is kind of true for like most water signs, where they're just passive and kind and warm and loving, all about the emotions. But I feel like they really didn't share too much in way of like how they were feeling with you. And in some ways you do want them to share this. It sits under the Nine of Swords. So I do feel like you want them to express their troubles and their anxieties, but at the same time, you're kind of like letting it go. You're just dumping your emotions out here. Look at that cute little turtle. Yeah, so you're just kind of dumping your emotions, letting things be, letting the angels take care of everything, letting spirit take care of this person and their struggle and their anxieties. It's strange. Sometimes these can be so deep, and I'm sorry for my barking dog again. So the Knight of Cups is here. Some of you are waiting for this person to get healing and come back to you with an offer or a proposal. You truly do admire this person. And I think that they really do admire you. There may be some type of communication of some sort when this person gets like in a stable place. And for some of you, they may have been working on this for a while, just behind the scenes. You may not know, but some of you may get an offer, or you may hear from them. There may be a trip. They may express their emotions to you when they get more stabilized, because I really feel like they're going through some deep psychological things going on in their life. And I feel like they're kind of like, they may have had a very judgmental mother, but they also may be connecting with the mother and revealing things to her and gaining some clarity in regard to your relationship. Okay. So let's take a look and see what else you have. Okay. You have the Four of Wands. I have to tell you, you're calling this person in. You really are. It's like the card I have, calling in your soulmate. Like, you're releasing them to spirit to get their healing on their own. You're not trying to control anything, but you are calling them in. And I feel like they do see you. They know that you're there. They see you somehow or some way. And this is a card about commitment, marriage, happy family. They want you to pass through. I'm sorry, you want this person to pass through whatever they've been focusing on and come to you and come to the truth about who they are. This person, if you're dealing with a male, might be looking in the mirror and seeing himself as a female. Okay. And as I was saying earlier, there could be, a sexual orientation thing going on that they need to get close to understanding about themselves. Now, does that mean that they are going to come clean to you and say that they are going to go with it now? And if it's a male-female relationship and not return back to what you guys had and just be friendly, it's not a yes or a no. It's just, I think that you're in this place where you're kind of like, commit to who you think or you see yourself as, right? If your person struggles with their sexuality, I feel like you want them to get to a place where they're comfortable in their own skin. And I feel like you would be very supportive of that. I do. But at the same time, it could also be that, you want them to see you as their partner for life. Okay. And so you kind of have a little bit of that energy going on. So if there isn't, let's put it this way. If you know for a fact that there isn't a sexual preference issue, orientation issue, take that off the table for a moment. I feel like you want this person to get through their healing, as I was saying, even if it's just something with their parents or a mother that they need to deal with. You want this person to come to you, propose, make a commitment, be a family, come to terms with what you guys truly are. And I feel like they do. For those of you who aren't dealing with someone who has a sexual orientation issue, I feel like they do want commitment. They do want to be with you. And they are just working through their family stuff, okay? How it has affected them and how they've treated you in a relationship. If it is a situation where this person is struggling with their sexuality, you want the best for them. And I feel like your person... I feel like if you could propose or reach out to this person, you would. And I feel like it would not necessarily be like a proposal for marriage, but a proposal to say, hey, I admire you. I love you. I care for you. We can be friends. And sometimes the Four of Wands can represent a reunion of some sort, like a family reunion or connecting again with each other. So it's kind of like several different messages. And I hope that you're not confused by that, because it does feel like it might be a little confusing. Now let's take a look at the star here. Okay, because you have very beautiful cards. When you have a victory card, you have a hope card, you have a card about the emotions, you have the Knight of Cups, which represents admiration and care and love, and the Four of Wands, which is family and marriage. So on your end, releasing this person might actually bring in new love for you. And it could possibly come from an Aquarius or a water sign. Okay. And that could be a new start for you. And that's why this is collective, because I'm trying to give all of the messages that I can. So it's kind of like a 3-part storyline, but I want to clarify the star card and see. Okay. The Queen of Wands is here. All right. So again, with the fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So something going on here. Some of you might be a fire sign. There could also be an energy of, having somebody might be dealing with 2 females as well. And that could be your person. It could also be you, you having another female in your life. You could be, if you're a fire sign, staying in your, I want to say kind of like your celebrity element, like you let go of this person, but you're still good. You're still the bomb. I'm showing my age here. You're still good. You're still, proud of yourself, leveled up, being strong, confident, things like that. And I think you're going to try to maintain that Let's put a card on the Queen of Cups to kind of see what's the energy with the Queen of Cups. Okay. So there's a card of like defensiveness. And I feel this is like not releasing emotions so much, just trying to stay balanced with your emotions, and deflecting any negativity that might come, because the Queen of Cups feels everything. So let's take a look at the possible outcome for your reading here. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry, I don't know. Just so much hesitation. The Ace of Swords is here, so this is talking about communication. You two are probably going to communicate this week and try to overcome some issues. Okay, there will be a talk. It's more along the lines of the talk. There's going to be some truths that come out. There's going to be this is a card of victory, overcoming obstacles. Okay. So whatever you two are going to be talking about, I feel like it's going to be very truthful. And with that person having the Judgment card, I do feel like there's going to be some revelation. You're going to get some information about what's been going on with them. Like they're going to share it with you and tell you what's going on. And it's going to be a shock. Okay, if I haven't already shocked you enough, it will have an element of shock attached to it. Okay, it will definitely break down something. Okay, but the Tower can be a card of, once something's broken down, it will have a chance to rebuild. Okay, will it rebuild? Will you both rebuild together? Hard to say, but I feel like what has been hidden will be revealed to you, and it will have an element of surprise to it. Now, when I was asking, will you be able to rebuild together, the Three of Pentacles is there. So I feel like there will be some energy of like putting in the effort and building something together. So either you're going to find a way to be friends, if it's the situation of them dealing with their sexual orientation, finding a way to work together, putting the pieces together, forming something, crafting a brand new kind of relationship in some way. And this is not necessarily just for the week. This could be like the following week or on. So the Three of Pentacles, the three represents communication about building. So it could be either way. It could be, I've come to terms with things. I've forgiven myself. I thought maybe it was this, or I thought it was that. You're the one I want to be with, and we're going to try to make this work. Or it's, the other, I'm going in the opposite direction, but we can just try to maintain our friendship. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll accept that or you won't accept it, but I feel like once you get this news, there is an energy of trying to understand how something works, or an energy of, well, tell me what happened. Tell me what. See, this is like a child with his parents. And I feel like, but you notice the parents aren't even paying attention to this child. The child is left to figure things out on his own. So I feel like the person you've been dealing with really didn't have anything to go by as far as like how to be in a relationship. It might have just been in their life, work. And they were really good at that. But when it comes to the relationship, I feel like the father was always kind of looking out and, pioneering new projects and things in his career. And the mother was just home cooking all the time and doing the home things. And the child was just left trying to figure things out on his own. That could have something to do with the revelation that you get from this person and explaining to you why this connection. I feel like your person felt unloved or uncared for. And you might have experienced that yourself in your own family dynamic. Okay. Just expect it to follow orders and just go with the way the family had things set out, right? And having a lack of creativity in a relationship, or how to make things good or make things build a relationship. And I do feel there is an energy now I'm getting where, this person, I feel like they are, if there's, you guys talk and they admit some things to you, I feel like you both will kind of try to like get a book and read a book and try to figure out how to make the relationship work in some way, for some of you, it could be bringing a Bible into the relationship. For others, it could just be like a self-help kind of coaching kind of thing, to going to a therapist and getting help for the marriage or the connection, things like that, depending on what the energy of your connection was. Okay, and now the King of Cups is here. So that is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, this King of Cups, not very revealing, full of emotional wisdom, but doesn't really reveal too much about how he feels. I don't see really that this person's going to like come upon you and say, you're the love of my life and I want to be with you. But I feel like there will be some communication and some things that this person will try to admit to you. And perhaps there'll be this thing of like, well, how can we overcome this? How can we maintain our connection? That kind of thing. You know, it's overcoming some obstacles. So whatever the obstacle is, this person healing their family issues, forgiving their parents so that their love life can thrive with you, that energy might play out, you know, they're forgiving their mother or talking to their mother, coming to terms with, you know, hey, you know, you and dad didn't have such a great relationship, or maybe there was abuse, or there, you know, like I explained before, this order that they had to follow and being very constricted or not being free to express how they feel. This person, I feel like that's always going to be a thing for them, because of the King of Cups. They don't have to be a water sign, but because of the King of Cups, they have learned to suppress their emotions, and it's going to take a really long time for this person to just express them, to be feeling safe to express their emotions and like their deepest feelings, you know, which they have a lot of chaotic water, which I feel like deep within them, they have a very difficult struggle with their emotions. And I feel like there's an element of they don't really truly understand how they feel most of the time. They might be up and down with their emotions and can't seem to get a handle on them, but they present to you as being, you know, stable. And the King of Cups is stable emotionally, but it's more like a game face, a poker face kind of energy. I want to take a look at this Tower here, try to see if they can give us some insight. Okay. Page of Pentacles. So there's definitely going to be communication. I feel like for some of you, this person may come out of the blue and express to you that, again, they still have this immature energy, but they do see you as an opportunity for something more, for it to be something more. And so as a shock for some of you, it might just kind of be like, wow, where's this coming from? Okay. I feel like they may communicate to you that they have you on a pedestal. Like I said, your person could have just been dealing with abuse in a marriage from their parents. It could have been abuse there. They have a underlying anxiety disorder, perhaps, or tension, or something along those lines. They have difficulty sleeping at night. So they have their struggles. And of course, I'm sure you do too. Everyone does. But I feel like part of the communication or the shocking information comes to you is that this person really admires you. They kind of hold you up on high, like on a pedestal when they think of you or they look at you like you're magic to them. Do you understand what I mean? And I know you might think to yourself, well, how's that even possible? Because I really haven't, they don't express that to me. And they may have in some ways, but like if they take on that King of Cups energy, they wouldn't necessarily be vomiting at the mouth of how great you are. I feel like they have very deep feelings for you. Okay, so I want to pull a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle just to see what the messages are here to take a look at. And I'm really sorry for my hesitation. I just feel like this was kind of deep in regard to resonating for some of you. It just feels touchy, and I kind of feel like I shouldn't have said, or I shouldn't be revealing this. Do you know what I mean? Like revealing a deep, dark secret out here to the world about the person that you're connected with. And I don't want you to, I just kind of want you to release them in prayer in some way, or whatever they're dealing with, their deep, dark secret, no matter what it is. It doesn't have to be their sexual orientation. It can just be things that they haven't been able to reveal about their past or their childhood. They've kept hidden, right? With the Moon card and the Page of Wands, they've kept hidden. You may think that you know, but I don't really feel like you've known. Sacred union, honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Yeah, your connection is truly sacred. You have an understanding that most people don't about this person. And now maybe you have a little bit more, but you see something in your person, and they see something in you. And this is a sacred union. This is a connection that is just going through some major metamorphosis and change. Like it's change on a very deep level. It's not really on the outside as much. No one could really see the outside. There's something about your connection where you both have like internal changes based on your interactions with each other. There was a growth. This could even be more of a soulmate type of a connection where there was so much growth and heartache and stress and struggle and pain, but so much love. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So I feel like some of you are listening to this and you're like, yeah, I kind of knew it. That they had like some deep emotional turmoil or things like that going on. And I just really didn't know how to approach it. I didn't know if I should say anything. I thought maybe it was just me, or maybe I was confused. There was a lot of confusion in this connection, but I feel like the two of you are meant to be together. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So, again, they have the forgiveness card. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And I feel like your person is going through these massive changes of forgiveness here. Forgiving their parents, forgiving themselves for not being true to their core, not finding a way to be happy, which has had an effect on you. Okay. And here you go. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. And that's so true. And if your person has been hiding a deep, dark secret out of sense of shame or guilt, okay, because that's just where they are in their life, okay, they, even if, again, it could be anything that they've been hiding that they just haven't wanted to reveal. This has had an effect on you, because when they're lying to themselves, they're lying to you as well, and everyone else around them. So there's a major deep metamorphosis change happening with your person. And I kind of feel like, I don't really feel like this is something that the typical male, if you're dealing with a male, would go through on a day-to-day basis, but something has occurred or is occurring in their life this week that's giving them that eye opener, okay, about who they are as a person, healing an abusive family situation, relearning how to love. Something's, even if there's no absolute action from this person, they're taking a look at themselves and they're questioning themselves. And I feel like for you, you'll be releasing this energy. It's almost as if, I hear you like, I have to let this go because I can't drag it out of them and I don't know how to help them. All I can do is just let them know that I'm here and that I love you. I'm not seeing any anger on your side. I have to be honest. Even if you feel angry about what was going on or about the past connection or the things that you guys went through, I feel like releasing this person actually brings you into alignment with your heart and your power and who you are, and brings you into a place of forgiveness so that you can release this whatever residual is left over. But I do feel like there's going to be some communication between you guys coming up where it's going to be a revelation. and a truth. And it could be a lot of different things, but I feel like I want to leave this reading for you. It was a little deeper and it went on a little longer than I expected it to. So if it resonates, great. If you want to hit the like button, that would be awesome. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. It may just not be your story. You can always go back and check the other videos that I've uploaded for the month of May. I also have May, June, and August. There's love predictions and May, June, and August general predictions. Okay. And all of that is in my playlist in my tab. And I will also leave the link at the bottom so that you can listen to the Virgo Oedipus mother-son video that I uploaded last year, which was really enlightening to a lot of people. All right, so guys, have a great week. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.